Coming up in tonight's bulletin, the Agri Business Incubation Center was launched today in Honiara. Budget constraints and the urgent need to renovate existing clinics across Guadalcanal province are the main reasons why building a new clinic in Marasa, West Guadalcanal is currently not feasible. And the annual Attorney General's Conference of Parties 2025 concluded yesterday in Honiara on a high note. Hello, you're watching SIBC's TV News Bulletin. I'm Andrea Maahanwa. A new Agribusiness Incubation Center was officially launched through a joint effort by the Ministry of Agriculture and Commerce in collaboration with the Food and Agriculture Organization, marking a key step towards transforming agriculture into a driver of economic growth. Alex Dadamo attended the launch and filed this story.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock and the Ministry of Commerce, Industry, Labour and Immigration, in collaboration with the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, today launched the Agribusiness Incubation Center. Minister for Commerce Honorable Trevor Manemahaga described the launch as a milestone to transform agriculture into a vibrant source of economic growth.
This initiative marks a significant milestone in our collective efforts to transform the agriculture sector into a vibrant source of economic growth, employment, and sustainable development. This moment is more than a launch. It is a signal that Solomon Islands is not standing still under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Jeremiah Maneli and the Junior government. We are turning promises into projects and policies into progress.
These incubators will serve as a nurturing space for our emerging agripreneurs, providing them with technical support, mentorship, training, and opportunities to grow their business.
The focus of the Agribusiness Incubation Center is to provide business skills training, mentoring, and coaching for small and medium agriculture entrepreneurs. The program is being implemented in 3 main provinces, Malaita, Western, and Guadalcanal province.
This solar hub, or in this agribusiness hub here, and is established just like any other business service providers normal, but the role of the solar center handled with more or some encouraging and work with them on startup agricultural entrepreneurs, focus on agricultural sectors. So have not this one, where mainly by hand on mentoring, coaching, business skills training, even about skills training of agriculture by always important team with the Ministry of Agriculture. The first 3 provinces, the office by hand tribal government in Western province, Malay province, and Guadalcanal province.
Alex Dadamo for SIBC TV.
The Ministry of Public Service, in collaboration with the Public Service Commission, has launched 3 major policies aimed at transforming public sector performance, promoting inclusivity, and strengthening accountability. Simon Tavake reports.
The Ministry of Public Service, in collaboration with the Public Service Commission, PSC, yesterday launched 3 of its major policies. The 3 policy documents launched are the Public Service Transformation Strategy, the Gender Equality and Social Inclusion Policy, and the Monitoring, Evaluation, Accountability and Learning Framework. In his remarks at the launch, Minister of Public Service, Honorable Francis Sade, said the policies will enhance public sector efficiency and inclusivity. He said while the PSC manages hiring, disciplinary actions and personal oversight, the ministry is tasked with implementing government policies designed to improve service delivery and create better working conditions for public servants.
Our people depend on us to serve with commitment, competence, and accountability. That is why the government is determined to strengthen the Ministry of Public Service to ensure that it becomes the engine room of efficiency professionalism, and transformation. Unit government policy priorities for the Ministry of Public Service has 8 policy statements. Ladies and gentlemen, the 3 policies we are launching today provide a roadmap for translating these priorities into actions. The transformation strategy sets the direction for reform in terms of public service, HR capacity, development, and institutional development. The gender equality and inclusion policy ensures that inclusiveness and fairness in how we recruit, manage our people. And the monitoring, evaluation, accountability, and learning framework gives us the tools to measure our progress, remain accountable, and continue learning as we move forward. I commend the Minister of Public Service for the dedication in developing these documents. It is now our collective responsibility to put them into action for the good of our nation and our people.
Meanwhile, Ministry of Public Service Permanent Secretary Luke Checker said the policies are not just documents, but they are instruments of change.
Together, these policies are not just documents, they are instruments of change. They align directly with the gender policy priorities, and they provide the roadmap for action. Therefore, I would like to acknowledge the staff of the Ministry of Public Service, the Deputy Secretaries, the Assistant Secretaries, the Public Service Commission, and IPAM, and also liberal partners who have contributed to the development of these 3 key documents. This is through a collective achievement. Colleagues, the task ahead of us is implementation. Policies mean little without action. That is why the ministry is committed to rolling out this policy with agency, commitment, and with accountability. They are not Ministry of Public Service documents. These are Solomon Islands Public Service documents and policies, and every ministries and agencies of the government has a key role to play in implementing these policies.
Simon Tawake, SIBC TV.
Budget constraints and the urgent need to renovate rundown clinics across Guadalcanal province are delaying plans for a new health clinic in Marasa, West Guadalcanal, according to Provincial Health Director Dr. Ray Celeso. Sharon now with the details.
Budget constraints and the urgent need to renovate existing clinics across Guadalcanal province are the main reasons why building a new clinic in Marasa, West Guadalcanal is currently not feasible. Speaking to SIBC TV today, Guadalcanal Province Health Director Dr. Ray Celeso acknowledged the growing demand for health services in the Marasa area, but stressed that his office must prioritize reopening and upgrading clinics that are already closed or in disrepair.
In total, Guadalcanal Province, we have 44 clinics. That includes nursing aid posts, rural health clinics, and area health centers. Now, for these 44 clinics, 9 of them are currently closed for various reasons, but one major reason is need for renovation and repair of the clinics. Now, so that means imigarem noma 35 clinic now open, 35 clinic. Now these 35 clinics, 66% lota, which means 23% of these 35 clinics, although need significant need for renovation, but the budget we have no cater for one go renovating everyone. Now going back to the need to establish, which is a need definitely in terms of geography, in terms of population, there's a need for establishing a clinic lo Marasa, for cater for that. But if we look at the bigger picture, the challenge with health services, with the number of clinics that are closed, with the number of clinics that need significant renovation, and by no possible at this time for you building one clinic. That is why we always advocate for a multi-sectoral, all sector approach from government blue. Yeah?
Dr. Celeso also pointed out that the nearby Babanakira Clinic, although classified as a rural health facility, is currently operating beyond its intended capacity.
Now, if you look at the data below Mifalo Health,
or the catchment area, means of the population where death clinic specifically look after them. Now, Babanakira for start him rural health clinic. Yeah. Now this is some category law the health facilities here. Nursing aid post, rural health clinics, and area health centers, and you got about hospitals. Now, this classification also look after more population too. How much population or like area health center have bigger service coverage there compared to rural health clinics. Now, Babanakira being the rural health clinic, but if you compare in population size blame, where catchment them look after them almost similar or same Tangarare, no, but Tangarare is an area health center, we could say more like a mini hospital. Also population blame because of equal awawu tu awawu area health center, and also because of kasem tu aula. So these are area health centers, we got big capacity services. But then if you compare in population with Babanakira because of same too. So also in terms of population, yes. And we also noting the need lo marasa or the stay lo coast and then clinic lo inland.
During SIBC's recent tour of the West Guadalcanal constituency, communities in both Marasa and Babanakira expressed concern over their limited access to healthcare services, a pressing issue despite their proximity to the capital, Honiara. Sharon Nanal, SIBC TV.
The 2025 Attorney General's Conference of Parties wrapped up in Honiara yesterday, with Attorney General Honorable John Muria Jr. hailing it as a vital step towards strengthening legal services and justice delivery in Solomon Islands. Simon Tavake with more.
The annual Attorney General's Conference of Parties 2025 concluded yesterday in Honiara on a high note. The conference, initiated by the Attorney General's Chambers, brought together parties from across the public sector to align with government objectives and better serve the needs of the public. Its purpose is to inform, share and cultivate knowledge to enhance the quality of legal services available to the government and ultimately to the people of Solomon Islands. Attorney General of Solomon Islands, Honorable John Muria Jr., praised the level of participation during the two-day conference. He emphasized the significance of the workshop in strengthening the delivery of justice and legal support across the country.
Attorney General's Conference of Parties got 2 days, usually 2 days for designing. First day is basically a semester day, we talk about him decision-making process and how for him interact with him with legal drafters. Second day, we will allocate him for imaging legal issues. Imaging legal issue where we discuss him now is AI and data protection, AI and evidence. In terms of participation, very good participation. Usually, we start a lot of workshops. By looking first day, second day, by him start empty, but we looking second day, still maintaining presence. Everyone start at camp. So him showing that everyone interested in this area, that would like for even gaining new knowledge. So him some new knowledge. So each one lot of bagarem on take home block at level. Then but look him how now by him manage him, how now by him address him, and together come together work in policy and him find him make him laws blame in terms of data protection.
Meanwhile, Premier of Temoto Province, Honorable Stanley Tehiahua, described the conference as both informative and fruitful.
A lot of things na millennium, very fruitful and Misa expressing the foundation of being a provincial government. I think the main and the primary objective na when it comes to legislation. Because elected member we misa that of legislators, yeah. So legislators means to make law. So me learning a lot this fala AG conference and me happy to mas and thank him na AG's office and think the Australia's partner law sponsorship for convening such a conference for every stakeholders.
The Attorney General's Conference of Parties, which began last year, provides a platform for public sector, provincial governments, and members of the public to access justice, gain legal insight, make informed decisions, and develop pathways to address emerging issues and inevitable changes. Simon Tawake, SIBC TV.
The removal of the Year 6 Solomon Islands secondary entrance examination has raised concerns among educators in rural areas who say the reform may be disadvantaging students due to inconsistent teacher-based assessments. Sharon Anau reports.
The removal of the Standard 6 examination, officially known as the Solomon Islands Secondary Entrance Examination, has negatively impacted rural schools to a certain extent, raising concerns about student performance and equity in the education system. In 2019, the Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development, MERD, officially phased out the Year 6 exam in an effort to remove barriers to secondary education access. The move was intended to support continuous student learning through formative assessment instead of a high-stakes national exam. However, during the recent SIBC tour of West Guadalcanal constituency, concerns were raised by educators and school leaders about unintended consequences of the reform. Deputy Principal of Babanakira School, Trevor Wilson, pointed out that the current system, which relies heavily on teacher-based assessments, may place some students at a disadvantage due to potential favoritism or inconsistent grading standards.
The old system of following examination, especially in Standard 6 or Year 6, is best. The reason is students can go to national schools or other provincial schools through merit, not by just looking at the report. Because when we eliminate the examination, favoritism is more likely to happen. And also in the Year 9, the government is deciding on eliminating the examination, but not yet. So we believe that it's best for you go through examination, so that you really prove academic performance and level where Pikininians should pass.
Yes, actually this for a new system where we begin from the previous years come of the center learning of bottom approach here. Me looking say not really work well with him what new standard of with the other generations this time. Most of them are very reluctant, even this fella, to make it worse, the Standard 6 exam, he omit him, yeah? He omit him out now, this fella Standard 6 exam, yeah? So he make him somehow, him reluctant too much, lo some fella areas, maybe, yeah, low down, low sector area, now, look him some fella, maybe to work hard. Even though he may omit him out, but there are criteria, sort of futung for catalog there, for fulfill him, but look him really effective. Yeah, it's not really effective in sense where I'm looking where I'm upgrade him na standard but picking learning ability blotter for the goal on pace, yeah, level of learning. More especially longer standard 4, 5 and 6 assessment, yeah. Some of the teachers local school may be serious about him, others so just reluctant just to pick, just pick and put too long where no more side put to go and send them out picking go to school and somehow so have not really reflect him now what ability him that will picking in for capture him now or for take him now that was standard of playing the school where him go.
Wandra Bay Community High School Principal Paul Ilavu expressed similar concerns, noting that student performance over the past few years has been troubling. Data from the Ministry of Education's 2025 report supports these concerns, showing a nationwide trend of poor academic outcomes, particularly in national exams and during student transitions from primary to secondary school. High failure rates and a growing number of unplaced students underscore the urgent need for evaluation of the exam removal.
Mi follow one for school, mi follow victimized learn this year that one from last year's exams. Where him across the nation, none that fair mencia. Mi follow here one follow, mi follow come across that one. Long mi follow's level here, the context blow mi follow. I think one follow very big challenge where mi come here, mi look mi face him that one. Learning blow at beginning, and very challenging. I mean need them the working together, especially students, teachers, parents. Don't forget them. I think the education provider too. Long monitoring, long learning, long at beginning, him now one for a very big challenge. So Mi fala need for close monitor improvement lo learning block. Mi fala big challenge lo this one lo here ya. Mi find them out that comparing long past years yeah. The result where mi fala sabe here mo something yeah. No here more right. How look like the number of students to go through kind of same. Kami the truth where the situation me come in am different. So me find him that him very challenging now. Me need him some for approach where very close long learning block beginning na. So, close monitoring assessing what beginning especially. Most especially the resource where him follow using contact with him at beginning monitoring mo the processing learning block especially and important. And then me follow by reform go back to long primary education block too yeah. So the blame him most around you me follow everyone no more.
While the intention behind removing the SISEE was to make education more inclusive and supportive, stakeholders argue that the policy must be accompanied by stronger teacher training, assessment standards and oversight mechanism to ensure fairness and effectiveness across all schools, particularly in underserved rural areas. Sharon Nanal, SIBC TV.
Su'u National Secondary School in Malaita Province has unveiled its newly renovated library, thanks to a joint effort by the Rotaract clubs of Honiara and Paddington, bringing new life to a vital learning space for students.
Su'u National Secondary School in Malaita Province now has a newly renovated library. Once in poor condition, the restored library provides a conducive learning space for students at one of the country's longest-serving secondary schools. Driving the initiative were the Rotaract clubs of Honiara and Paddington, who recently took part in the library's renovation alongside the school's staff and students.
Project RISE, the initials RISE stands for Renovation in Su'u for Education. It was an initiative that him started way back in 2023, and Bifala just recently implemented him in July, or just recently. So that's about Project RISE. It was initiated by two clubs. One Falana Hemblomi Falalohia, Rotaract Club of Honiara, and the other is the Rotaract Club of Paddington.
The team received a positive response from the students and staff following the library's completion.
After the library was restored, we got a lot of positive comments and feedbacks from the community, from the students and the teachers. A lot of students came up to us expressing how happy they are to finally get a library that is open for them to do their studies, because I think the past library wasn't, it was used as a classroom and not as a library, and they were so happy. The teachers' tears of joy was shed during that time. So yes, I think the teachers, the students, they were just happy that they now have a library.
A monitoring and evaluation will be conducted later this year before more activities can be rolled out under the project.
Donating of books is normally part of our projects, and so we have already been donating books to multiple schools. But the renovation of a new library is a very new thing to us, and our members have gained a lot of experience from this experience as well. I think for me, based on our experience and our motto itself, when we see a need, we lend a hand, I believe that youths in the communities and the youths in Solomon Island have the potential to do things like this. So us Rotaractors, we depend highly on our own fundraisings. We depend on donations from REA and from the Rotary Club. So I feel like if we have the resources available for us, we will definitely put more effort into renovating library, and fulfill the pillars of Rotary.
You mean a future blood tomorrow? So imi save create him on future blimi based on one imi garam this time. So as a young person, you have all the resources, you have all the experience, and if you got them that far willpower for make a change, like community blue you, such as the project that we have recently just done. It was basically done by young people, out the youths, no any elders and with them ifala, where hemi step in and leading me falana for achieving this for project. So it was mainly done by youths in Honiara and then in Australia. So as a young person, you got them that far strength and that far responsibility to for give back to communities.
Alex Dadamu for SIBC TV.
And that's news. Follow us on sibconline.com.sb and our SIBC News Facebook page for more of our latest stories. Thanks for watching.